There are two things that I love in life: Apex Legends and Mythbusters. Now, in reality, I have never seen an episode of Mythbusters, but it makes for a good opening. Now, those two things, do they go well together? Well, we're about to find out. Because Apex Legends has been out for over a month and a half, and there are a lot of things that people don't know about it, or maybe only a few do, or unique things that are hidden in the game as Easter eggs. And all those things are what I'm going to be looking into in today's video, guys. Now, as you saw the main title, this episode will sort of revolve around supply drops and what you can do with those, especially the one that you all clicked in this video for. I'll get to that in a few minutes, guys. But all these things, I'm going to be answering those questions. And if you have any questions you would like answered or you know the answers to, drop them in the comments below. And that's my Discord going off, but please ignore that. But drop them in the comments below, and I'm going to be going through making a few videos on this because I feel like there's a lot of things that people don't know about this game, even things that I don't know. So let's make a series out of it. If you want to enjoy this video, drop a like down below and let's get right into it. So the first thing that we're going to be looking at, the first myth we're going to be looking at, is that what happens when you place a caustic trap underneath a supply drop. Now, as a lot of you may know, what originally happened was if the supply drop hit the caustic trap just went flying across the map. It just got yeeted out of there and it was gone, you know, it was never coming back. It just kept going. But now, as you're seeing here, it just disappears. I guess they patched it at one stage. I looked in the patch notes and I couldn't find it, but it was probably just some sort of subtle bug fix that they did that they never really thought of, you know, making a big deal out of. But sadly, they ruined something that was pretty funny, and I'd done it before, but I don't have the footage of it, guys. So if you want to see what originally happened, you could just search it up. I'm pretty sure Tim the Tapman has it somewhere posted, because I saw his video originally, which was really, really funny. But it's pretty anticlimactic, this one, but don't worry, there are a lot more funny things that you can do with a supply drop. Up next, guys, we're going to be seeing what the interaction is between a Mirage decoy and a supply drop. Now, it's pretty simple. You just call in your decoy underneath it, the supply drop lands, and it just moves it, which is actually pretty funny because you think that the hologram would just sort of disappear because it's getting hit, because we know if a hologram gets shot, it disappears. But no, with the supply drop, I guess since bullets are labeled as a different thing in the code, that maybe the supply drop is counted as an object, it moves it, which is actually pretty weird and pretty funny to do. So if for some reason you ever need to move a Mirage decoy, just, I don't know, call down a supply drop on it if you have a lifeline, because for some reason it moves it. I'll never really understand why. There probably is something in the code where bullets and interactive objects in the environment are labeled differently, so maybe it's something to do with that, but I'm not going to claim to understand that, guys. So yeah, pretty funny interaction between a Mirage decoy and a supply drop. Up next, guys, we're going to have two different ones using both of Pathfinder's abilities on a supply drop, and they have some weird interactions. First off, we're going to be doing the zipline. So it's pretty simple. You just call in a zipline either underneath an existing care package or you got lifeline. That's what I did for a lot of these. You call it in and you make sure you want to have it low enough to the ground so that the zipline won't be taller than the care package, if that makes any sense. So as you see here, we did it. It comes down and it goes through it for some reason. But it's pretty funny when the zipline is low enough so that the supply drop can reach through the top, because the zipline stays there and so does the supply drop. So there's just like an invisible thing in front of the supply drop. The supply drop just goes straight through it, but sadly it does kick you off. So for some reason, you know, supply drops are magic in this game, guys. They just don't have texture to them, so it goes straight through the supply drop. I don't really know why this happens, but I suppose it's for a similar reason that when a player falls through one and doesn't actually click to interact with it, that's why they fall through it. But up next, we have the Grapple of Hot Finder. So this one took me a few tries to get. I have to admit, I missed the care package once or twice. My very first try, I clicked L1, shot at grapple, and I connected with it. But for some reason, I thought I hadn't, so I hit L1 again because I was going to spam it again. And I disconnected. So it took me a while to get it, but I did eventually. And as you can see, you grapple, connect to it, and it yanks you straight to the ground when you're going forward. It's pretty funny. But I don't really think it'll ever be helpful in a situation that will, you know, sort of save you from life, because it's very rare that you'll have a supply drop coming in at an adequate angle while getting shot at, while having your grapple. So it's a bit situational, but it's still pretty funny to do, guys. So again, Pathfinder and Lifeline can make a pretty good combo. And for the one a lot of you have been waiting for, we're going to be seeing what happens when you put down a jump pad underneath the supply drop. Now, we know that jump pads have some pretty weird properties, because everything bounces on them. Players, but also interactive objects. Here's a clip right here of a Gibraltar dome being thrown at it. You can throw arc stars at it. Even though they stick, there's a certain angle you can get them. But grenades, thermites, all this stuff bounces on arc stars, and it's pretty funny. So you might be wondering what actually happens with a supply drop. And I tested it out and I got the results. So here it is, guys. As you can see, supply drops coming down. And we were kind of skeptical about what would happen. But once you see it hits, the jump pad gets destroyed. I was pretty disappointed. I thought the supply drop would bounce in the air. Or at least the jump pad would stay there and something funny would happen, you know, a weird animation. But yeah, it just destroys the jump pad. I guess the developers are too smart for me. You know, they knew I'd make something dumb like this and they caught me. I must admit, I was really hoping for something more, and I'd say you guys were too, but it still makes for a good title of the video, and you saw what happens. You know, I'm not fooling you. You see what you see, and it is definitely disappointing. I wish Respawn would do something funny, like if it hit it, it would like bounce up in the air, then fall back down, or something funny. I don't know. It might be a bit hard to do and pretty much a waste of time, but a man can hope. So yeah, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like down below. Comment down below any more myths you want me to bust, or if you want this to become a series, because this was pretty funny to film all these, to do just random stuff like this. So yeah, I will definitely be looking into making this a regular series on the channel. And if you enjoyed, subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.